All right, welcome again to Wired Together with your hosts, Jason Winter and Melanie Winter.
All right, so yeah, we are just thankful to have another guest this week.
It's always good to have guests and not just hear yourself.
I know, yeah. Well, we're tired of hearing each other.
Yeah.
And that's on the podcast too.
It's true.
Right. So, but yeah, like I said, we have a special guest, and we're going to get Miles here. And if anyone's missed a couple episodes, our AI guest host, we named Miles. Sometimes he remembers that's his name, sometimes he doesn't. But he's trying to get better, so let's go with that. Hey, Miles, can you introduce our podcast guest today?
Absolutely. So let's do it once more. Today we're welcoming Michael Vaughn, the owner of Lakeside Butcher Shop in Bracey, Virginia. He's all about quality meats and that personal hometown touch, bringing a bit of small town charm to the table. So let's give him a warm welcome. Let me know if that works for you.
That was a great introduction. I do appreciate that, Miles. We'll bring you back in later, okay?
Absolutely. Happy to help out. Just call me back in anytime you need me. I'll be here and ready to jump in whenever you're ready.
I bet you will.
That's pretty cool.
Miles has a cold. We don't really know what happened.
Yeah. Well, so at least his voice didn't crack so much this time.
Right.
But
Michael, welcome.
yeah.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah. We're doing a segment on, kind of like big business, small business, and I guess advantages and disadvantages of that. And
how convenient. We
right.
actually have a butcher shop across the street, and we like Michael, and we figured he'd come by and say hello.
We shop there as much as we can.
Appreciate you guys coming by and spending time with us and shopping with us, so we appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And we're going to kind of talk about, the difference between small town and big, small business and big business, and, the struggles that may happen, but also
right.
why it's really, really important, I think, especially in today's time.
Definitely.
What do you think, Michael?
Yes. Good topic.
Yeah.
Good topic.
Well, with the holidays kicking into gear,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about y'all, but I've been seeing Christmas stuff since, August?
It might have been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you see
Definitely.
Right.
Christmas trees, ornaments. And
Right.
But getting into November, we're kind of settling into holidays are going to happen regardless of what we feel. So, but that's when a lot of small business is, need the customer pull. So we need to
Definitely.
always promote that.
Yeah, small business especially, and we have a good community, and we do support one another. But it's always a good reminder that, the small businesses the money isn't going to some corporate city out there. This is what people rely on to pay for dance classes, baseball, and things like that. And it's, I think we'll get into why some people may make decisions to try to go with the bigger companies and all that, but maybe what you're sacrificing in that. You don't always get the level of service. You don't always get the quality. You may get it cheaper, but is that maybe in the bigger scheme of things what you're going for?
And then maybe you don't.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's definitely true.
That's right. Well, a lot of the support that small businesses get, it does go back into the fire department, the ball teams.
Mm-hmm.
We get sponsored, people coming by and asking for sponsorships, and then when there's catastrophes or things in the community that families need, we want to give back as small business. We want to help and we want to assist. So we really need the support of the locals to shop and patronize us so that we have the funds to do that. Most small business owners it's a struggle to stay, with the economy up and down, and with the changes of times, you don't always have the ability to make adjustments, but you do everything possible to accommodate everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
And we have to bend over backwards a little to, it's not about, well, this is what we do and that's it and we can't shift. Small business bends over backwards. We're going to make it work for each customer. And that's, one of the things that's the difference, that the personal touch. A lot of our customers we already know. They, we know what they got for Christmas last year and, things like that. Sometimes you can answer those questions. I've had so many people, I also work with a winery nearby. And so a lot of those people come in and say, what is this customer like? And I can actually rattle it off, and
it's like, oh yeah, they gravitate toward this, or
because it is small enough to be able to do that.
Well, you begin to see where they live in the small communities. When somebody is sick because they don't come in on a weekly basis, so you're concerned about where are they, because they typically come in and they may purchase something every week, and then when they miss a week or two, you want to reach out and call. And your big companies, they don't do that.
No.
I've never had big companies that called me and said, hey, Michael, I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Where are you?
Right. How you doing? How's your family?
That's right.
You might get something generically in the mail.
Right. Well.
And, it's a big difference between, going ahead and being able to have that conversation, walk in a store, walk in a building, and you already know the people. You already, you can kind of go right into it. You can go right into your fix of what you need, For us, we do a lot of computer repair. And so, we don't have to always run through the hi, how are yous. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, this broke.
Right.
And you can kind of go ahead and shift quickly.
Right. And it's like, I messed something up. And it's like, no. Just because I know that doesn't mean you don't. It's not,
You try to be timely because, you want that person to be able to have what they need.
Yeah.
And as opposed to, like, submitting a ticket and waiting forever for...
Oh, sure.
Or something bigger where you're online or you're on the phone call for hours, things like that, where they have too many customers to deal with. Whereas you walk into one of our buildings and you're going to be talking to somebody immediately.
Right.
That's right.
I mean,
go
ahead.
That's what it's about. I mean, just making a personal contact and a personal touch where you can communicate, where you can relate, and you can also build a relationship with people.
Yeah.
And that's a part of what we try to do with Lakeside Butcher Shop, is adding on to have people come in and sit. And so on Saturdays, you'll see a lot of that Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
They'll come in and congregate for an hour or two and sit and
great.
watch the Westerns and, just talk to local people getting together. And that's how you get to know your customers. And that's what it's all about.
I mean, the gathering place was the most important place since ancient history.
Right.
I mean,
definitely.
That is who we are as humans.
Yeah, we are social beings.
Yeah.
And I think COVID really messed us up with that because we couldn't be social, and then it also changed a lot of the rules and
But the wonderful thing about COVID is when you came out of it, it was like, this is necessary.
It is.
Yeah.
We had to. Sometimes you have to experience something to realize, wow, this is what we need.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was going to get at. We didn't realize. No, you're fine. I mean, it kind of proves the point that is how we feel, that as being social beings, we didn't realize how much that was part of our being. And I swear, I think it took me a couple months to get back into the socialization, because it was so long. And I mean, of course, well, we didn't lock ourselves in the closet. We still went about and did stuff, but society as a whole didn't really function the way it used to. Right. And a lot of the programs weren't back up and running and all that. But
well, the good thing about rural area, you've got a little more space.
Oh yeah, it's like 6 feet. It's like, man, I could fit everybody.
Right.
Yeah. So, but.
And one thing about small business that we've always, and this is any kind of system also, bigger systems move slowly.
That's true.
So you think about the Titanic heading for an iceberg.
Oh,
The Titanic was too big. You can't move it but so fast. Whereas a skiff, you can sit there and fly through an iceberg and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And so the smaller the business, actually the easier and quicker decision making can be. I mean, we've decided to do something in within 24 hours.
Yeah, didn't even know that morning we were going to.
It's ordered, it's on the way, we are shifting.
Yep.
Let's have this happen,
Yep.
You have to go through all the chain of commands.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, all we did was ask ourselves,
Yep.
hey, do you think that?
I
do you think that's a good idea?
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
red
for the
tape.
customer, that's great because we can shift on saying, you need that, I can offer that.
That's right.
I will look this up, I will find it.
That's right. We do that oftentimes with customers. They'll come in and specifically order something that we don't customarily have, and we'll place that order, and we'll get that in for them. And your big stores are not going to do that. So that's
right.
something that the smaller local people really, like you said earlier, bend over backwards to accommodate whatever they can to please their customers and make them happy. And it also shows, the effort that we put into it. So,
right. Sometimes just seeing that need.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, you're talking about the nimbleness of small business and everything. All the chain of command with big business, and I think it's the reason why we always feel so disenfranchised, oftentimes with a lot of the larger companies, because it's like one size fits nobody.
Right.
But again, with small business, and you talking about just a few moments ago, there's a customer that comes in every week, and it's just almost clockwork. You're going to see them, and then when you don't, you got concern, and it's like maybe something going on, and and it's always out of concern with that. But again, with a small business, you're able to bend, to change your product line rather quickly based on the needs of people and things like that. And I think it's what a lot of people, we hear a lot of complaints, of course, Walmart this, whatever, and other businesses. We complain so much because we kind of just we feel like a number.
It'll get you frustrated.
Right.
And a lot of times the big business, what they've done, of course we have box stores still, like big businesses, Walmart and things like that.
Sure.
But also a lot of big business went online, and for us, I get we're tech, but at the same time, we're tech with the customer service.
Oh yeah, I mean, service has always been a big part of it.
It's not. We would not tell you, just go online and don't even worry about having a conversation with me.
Right.
No, we want the conversation.
Right.
We want to make sure that we are sitting down talking with you. Face to face is the best.
That's right.
Always.
But that whole, we'll just go online and get it done. And they're telling a generation, several generations in there who haven't grown up with this.
Sure, it's not
who maybe
easy.
don't want to go online and get it done and actually want to talk to a human. And we're automating things so much in the big business that people are starting to really gravitate to that small business.
Right.
Can you help me with this? And it's like, absolutely. That's what they're familiar with.
Yeah.
And it was kind of this in between where it was like the small stores grew into bigger stores, but you still had some customer service.
Yeah.
Well, now we've gone so far past that. Anything real big is automated.
Yeah.
There's no customer service.
Yep.
So now we kind of have to start back over with small business and say, hey, let's have something still where you can come in and talk to people.
Right.
That's right.
I mean, they're competing with a different level of fish. They're trying to make whatever overhead and all that because they have so much put into the infrastructure of how they do it that it's like, yes, the more we automate, the more we can compete with that level, but you're sacrificing, that person-to-person level of service.
It's expensive to talk to customers on that level.
Yeah.
And with the small business owners, they are the customer service. They are the janitors. They're the cashiers.
Right.
No, right, yeah.
They're the managers. They do everything.
The
Exactly.
20 hats.
You can go to them and talk to them, and they're going to do what's necessary to make it right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the beauty of having small businesses. And so many times, what frustrates me a lot of times is instead of people addressing it with you or coming talking to you, they post it all over social media.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, what? you could have just came in here and said something and we fixed it, or
right.
we accommodate you. And so that's, I guess that's what they're used to doing with big businesses, and
right.
so it doesn't affect them, but like it does a small business.
Sure.
Right. You can throw it on Yelp, and you're mad at Amazon. Well,
right.
Sure, but that's don't post it on a small business when you might be killing somebody's livelihood doing that.
Yeah. And I don't know about. I guess what I'm thinking about going into is a lot of people that aren't in business for themselves don't understand what the pressures of that business actually are and what you're having to deal with. And I mean, yes, I can talk about taxes and things like that, but it's amazing how many things you have to worry about. So at the end of the day, it's like, well, why don't they just do this? And it's like, because you're having to work, like you said, you're the janitor. You're every part of it, especially in a very small business. But there's a lot of things you're responsible for that kind of, I guess, get in that way.
Some of it's out of your control.
Well, yeah,
Some
exactly.
of it is.
Most of it is.
That's what I'm saying. And it's
And
like,
no, we
well,
still have to-
I'm obligated for this and this.
You still have to abide by the laws of any big business that can, hire a lawyer out, anytime they need.
Yeah.
We still have to abide by the same things. And
Have to be in compliance with this.
right, we might not always have that lawyer on hand for compliance issues and So it's, you've got to figure out how to make that work in your smaller setting.
Yeah.
And relationships with our small businesses, that our customer base is that relationship built on trust.
Mm-hmm.
If what people don't understand when they post something that's negative,
Right.
Again, unlike Yelp where you're mad at Texas Roadhouse,
Sure.
Right.
I mean, they could care less. They're not building a relationship on trust. They're building a relationship on consistency.
Yeah.
That steak's going to taste exactly the same no matter which Texas Roadhouse you go to.
Right.
They only build their relationship on consistency.
Mm-hmm.
With small business, we build our relationships on trust.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be very detrimental when you've got somebody that's not willing to come in and have a conversation and post something that's going to tear you apart when you didn't realize or you could have fixed it.
Right.
And that's, I think, what a lot of non-small business owners or non-business owners don't always understand when it comes to this is not the same thing.
Yeah.
This is a big difference.
The effects of it are different too. And that's the major thing, you're building relationships with people, and some people will come in just to purchase whatever it is that you have. They come in, it could be my store, your store, anybody's store.
Right.
But they don't realize the effort that's put in behind making that, producing that, stocking it, the sacrifice you may have had to have, price adjustments because the markets go up.
Right.
But you can't afford to do that because it'll eliminate who comes in.
Sure.
Right.
So you have to, a lot of times people don't understand those, like you said, pressures.
Right.
What do I do with this situation? Just recently we've had to make a lot of changes in the store, and amongst that we've had things breaking down and repairs need to be made. And so with the smaller businesses, I've been able to establish some relationships with some people locally. Just yesterday, one of my customers, he came in and took the freezer apart for me and helped me. So that's what you get with small businesses.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
great.
It goes both ways. We appreciate them and they appreciate us, and so that's when that's what it's about to me.
Yeah.
Is establishing that somebody that you never knew. Now they come in on a consistent basis, and you build a relationship with that where if something does go wrong,
right,
they're not going to ridicule or criticize, or hey, what can we do to help you?
Sure.
Right.
And that's when you really, I think it's worth it. You kind of see the effort from both ways, and it's the appreciation of that.
Right.
They didn't have to do that. They didn't charge me anything. They stopped, took their time to help me, and in return, we try to do things for them. So that's what small businesses are based on anyways.
Exactly.
Right.
No, you're exactly right. And
well, I mean, the reason we 2 years ago became full-time was the customers. We were at a point where we had so many and we're building more that it was going to hurt
our service to establish
and the service
customers,
that we had for the customers that we already had to continue with full-time
with
jobs
another career,
and the business. So we decided to take the leap and go ahead and go into the business. And the relationships that we have built from there has just been amazing.
Yeah, no looking back.
I would never imagine that was the reason, but it definitely, now that you're in it, it's like that's the reason. It's the relationships.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. You were talking about people coming out to help you and all that, and I know, especially with like locally sourced stuff that a small business would, like in your situation, would try to bring in from time to time. You get a situation where you got potatoes or corn or something that might be from a farmer, and now these people aren't harvesting 400 acres of product. Right. It's what they've put together, and you pay them for that, and it helps you because you have someone's buying steaks. Hey, I need something to go with it. You can't charge 12 cents for an item because you're helping them out, and that sometimes is something people may not understand. You got to pay the farmer for it, but you can't buy it at the same price that for some wholesale whatever. But it's local. It's we all, I guess, need to be understanding of that and helping each other out.
And that's the challenges of comparing a small business to a big corporation. There is really not a comparison.
Right.
Right.
There's no comparison. A 1,200 square foot store compared to a 20,000 square foot with 50 employees a shift.
Warehouse.
Where a small business is only 2 people, 3, 4 people running it, sometimes 1.
Right.
And so people they sometimes don't have patience or understanding, and some people do. And those are the people that you want to really bend over backwards for and help accommodate, because they do understand.
Yeah.
They appreciate the service that you provide, and they appreciate the work and the effort, and they can see the consistency every day. They understand the sacrifices that are made. So you do things because you love to do it, you want to do it, you want to build relationships with people, you want to provide a product or service in the community. And oftentimes that's what happens. People, work in the corporate world, and they get tired of it, and they want to be able to reach local people.
Right.
So that's what it's about.
Yeah. No, I think that's very true. Yeah.
It is. You can kind of get cubicle brain.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Too often, if you're maybe too much in one setting, and you're right, a lot of people that go from big corporate, kind of make the leap into some small business and stuff like that, because it's like, I need to breathe differently.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of a choose your heart, because it's not like it's easier to be 9 to 5 or whatever in the corporate world, or to have a shift. Versus, of course, your time when you're in small business is 24/7.
Yeah.
But also your time is still yours, so it's like, yes, I work 24/7.
You choose when.
But then there's often times where there's those moments of, okay, but I can go and just run up to the school and see my kids play and come back, that kind of thing. So it does give you that a little bit of leeway, even though the time is 24/7. So you kind of have you can make that for yourself.
Right.
And so it's kind of, again, a choose your heart. It's constant, but at the same time, you also get to make it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That flexibility is there, but you're still putting in the work. same number of hours, if not
Yes.
more, but you get to choose when you're going to do it because...
Right. I mean, you're coming in on Saturday.
Yeah, right.
To meet with a customer that needs to be here on a Saturday.
Right,
So,
and
you
it's
know,
like, let's make it happen.
it's fine.
You know?
That works
You
out.
got to.
Sometimes it doesn't, but, you
Right.
know, when it does, it's like,
Right.
might as well get that,
But
bend over backwards again for the
like-
customer's, needs.
Sure, but like you said, in the same vein, if our kids has a program at school or something like that, hey, I'm closing up early and going, but you put those hours in elsewhere.
Right.
So, but,
Right.
Oftentimes nobody sees those hours.
No, they don't.
Right. They'll see you out when you're like
Yeah.
decide to
It's
take
like,
a lunch, but
wait,
they won't see you.
Yeah, I noticed you weren't there. It's like
They won't see you 8:00 at night.
That's
When, well, you
last night.
just last night.
Yeah,
Sometimes at 8:00 at night, you've got to just go ahead and get something finished.
Many a times you leave early and you have to go home late that night and do paperwork, or
Oh, sure.
I've had to come back down here and take care of the smoker or clean stuff or fix stuff or repair.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
Or prep for the next
40-hour
day.
week.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. It's
It really
something
is.
that you have to adapt to and make the change, and it's kind of what you signed up for when you took ownership of it.
Right.
You know?
You don't really get to kind of hang the hat and walk
Right.
away. Yeah.
Right.
There is no walking away.
And
There's no.
I often tell people, you work and get a paycheck. We're working.
Right.
Hopefully we'll get one day, but we're working and trying
Right.
to establish something here.
We don't work, we don't eat.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. It's like, hey, boss, can I take the day off? It's like,
Yeah.
but who's going to do this?
Yeah, that's
Right?
I try to ask myself off for sometimes. And it's like, well, I still need to get this done. But, I mean, it's its own animal. I mean, and yes, you were talking about the challenges and you choose your hard. And yes, it's terrifying because it's really it's month by month.
It is.
And panic sets in sometimes. It's like, what if everyone stopped coming? And it's like, oh my God, we would starve. But thanks be to God.
Fortunately,
Thanks
yeah.
be to God. Every month, it's like people are sent your way. They're thankful you're there. You're thankful they're there too.
Yes.
And it's like
just
it's
as
just
thankful for
it's
your
a service,
customers as
right?
they are for you.
Exactly.
That's it.
And it's just month by month, and it's just like so.
Which is also a really nice thing. It's with small business, and customers need to remember that.
Yeah.
We're happy to see you.
Right.
Yeah,
We want to see you.
that's right.
We're
Yeah.
going to put a big smile on our face
Right.
because we want you in there. And some people get, well, I didn't want to bother you. It's like, you're not bothering me. It's
Right.
you're a customer.
And-
I want you here.
You can't be here if you're not there. If the
Right.
customer's
Right.
not
If I don't
there,
have customers,
Yeah.
I don't have a company.
That's right.
And not only from a business standpoint, from an aura standpoint. How often have we talked about that? Having the energy of people coming by, and we'll have someone come by, like, can you look at this and all that? And it'll take you 5 minutes, and it's like, all right, just you're fine, just go. No, I gotta pay you. No, it was 5 minutes. It was a pleasure to see you, and
Right.
in the energy of other people, it's boring working a job and nobody coming by. So you got that too. And again, we are people of energy and people that we
Feed off of each
interact,
other.
we feed off each other. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
We need to be
Yeah,
That's,
human to one another.
That's sometimes we are in there, we're cooking, we're preparing, we're it's like, has anybody come in yet? What's going on?
Right.
And so, we try to market or make a post or let people know, hey, we're here, we're fixing lunch or whatever, and then, the floodgates open sometimes.
Right.
It's like, thank you.
I know.
And you really are appreciative to see customers come in and support you, and that's what it's about. Just making sure that you cultivate those relationships, keeping the customers coming in,
Right.
and also getting the word out for new people coming.
Yeah.
That's really what small businesses depend on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And marketing can be very difficult with small business. We don't get the big budget.
Yeah, and the algorithm doesn't help us as much.
Right. The algorithms can kind of
Yep.
fight us sometimes.
Exactly. You got to pay to play when it comes to
But
social media.
we're also getting into, again, some of the AI tools and things like that where big gets small. And we've got access just as much as anybody else. It's just...
That's an interesting angle, yeah.
Well, but the technology is adapting.
Right.
to some more freelance or smaller approaches.
Right.
Well, we can always use that in the big business, in the small business world.
Right, and it's harder to adopt in a big business because you got, okay, well, what's your plan? How are we going to integrate this? How, what's that going to do to this department that's now handling this? Does that mean we need to cut these positions? And you know what I mean? All the red tape. But
Right.
we're able to say, hey, this is a new product. This is a new feature. Let's leverage that. And then within a day or two, it's like, now I'm using it. So you can jump on something much faster.
We can. And with what's coming out, with, again, AI tools, social media, stuff like that, we can utilize that just as much. Again, algorithms do tend to shut us down in the smaller industries, but you got to pay to play for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, you do.
But, it's getting there. I think there is creative ways to get marketing out there.
Are. And
word of mouth is obviously always going to be the most important in a community, but
always, yeah.
Word of mouth along with your web presence is still a part of it.
I mean, we've been talking to a lot of people recently about the AI tools and everything. We just made a post the other day, and I'm not going to make a platform on it at the moment, but when you're in a small business, oftentimes you can very quickly see what changes are happening and then be able to dig in deep and be able to use it. And so then it's kind of like, hey, look, we got something new going on here. A lot of larger companies, it takes a lot more time. And, of course, understanding your clientele, you're able to figure out, well, this will work for you, as opposed to some bloated ecosystem idea of big corporate. It's kind of harder to adapt that to what you need, whereas you can say, all right, we just need to tweak this and you'll be good.
Right.
So, yeah, that's true.
So looking into more creative uses for a web presence with small business is kind of our bread and butter and where we like to shine. So
yeah, and again, I think part of that advantage is we know our customer base. We're not just picking a template out of the air saying, oh, this might be good because you told me this and this. It's like, all right, if I understand what you do, I know what you're trying to do and everything, this is how I would present it. Because, what we kind of put ourselves into the design of the website because we wanted to really feature them in a good light.
Right.
It's almost like you put yourself in their position and you build it. And, there are times where, very infrequently do we put something together where they go, that's not where I'm going. Oftentimes they're like, this is how I would have done it if I could, but that's why I hired you. And it's like, I'm not going to work on my car. I'll hire someone to do that too. We all have, you're working on your business and that's where your time is. You rely on us for that. Just like I rely on other, I don't cut my own meat. I don't, all the,
right.
I rely on you, sir.
On the people that know what they're doing.
When my kids are begging for a steak, coming across the street. So
right.
I don't have a cow. It would be cool to have a cow though. But I would need both. I would need one for milk.
You would name the cow, and then once you name it, you can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Kill it.
Yeah.
Right? You can't name those.
You can't name it, no. Oh, but it's Betty. Yeah, so I think we're going to get into something else here in a little bit, but before we go there, Michael, do you have anything like that might be more seasonal in the next month or two that you might be offering? Or I'm not trying to lead the witness, but
we've posted a lot. We have a lot of followers on Facebook, and we try to post and let them know, hey, we're trying to do Thanksgiving orders.
Right.
If there's anything you need, we typically try to do it within 2 weeks, and then as soon as Thanksgiving hits, probably next week.
Yeah.
Or the week before, we're going to start, with Christmas, and we get a lot of prime rib, bone-in, tie-ins, and a lot of seafood orders and things.
That makes sense.
Coming up for Christmas, and with the markets changing, we have to get pricing on a daily basis. So you have to try to get it as closer to the time they need it, because prices, fluctuate and change. So, yes, we do have some Thanksgiving orders in place. And then we'll start with Christmas with, again, the prime rib, bone-in. We tie them, and then we'll have things where people want for Christmas parties,
Right.
things like that. And so we would need to have that coming up as soon as possible to order stuff so we can make sure we have it in a timely manner, but also that we can get access to it, because we're not the only people ordering.
Yeah, you're not the only one begging for it, so you got to get in to get it.
That's right.
So
Absolutely.
Well, cool. So I guess anyone planning anything, just check out the Lakeside Butcher Shop Facebook page, or stop in and visit and talk and try to get that all squared away.
Yeah,
I know we'll
small
be getting
business, what you're looking for.
Yeah, you could
go ahead and stop in and ask.
Yeah, exactly.
We're there to help people in the community. We oftentimes ask, what can we do? What can we provide? What is it that you want? And I told Adriana that works for us, I said, sometimes we should call it, well, you should do this. We hear that all the time, but we're asking, what can we help you with? What can we provide more of in the community? And so we want to accommodate people. We want to be able to support the local whatever it is, ball teams and different things. And the only way we can do that is the support of the community.
Right.
And so that's the heart of the small business. Yeah. Without the people support, you really don't have a business. And we want to pour back into the community. We want to show up at events and sponsor things, and we want to do business with other small businesses.
Local,
and so so we can kind of network together and help each other and grow. And that's just a part of it. Sometimes we're limited because of the traffic flow. We're limited because of people will wait till the last minute, and then once it's gone, it's gone. Yeah. So we're open 4 or 5 days a week, and oftentimes people will wait till Saturday. Well, we're closing on Saturday evening. Yeah. Shut down for 3 days. So a lot of things may be out of stock, or we've sold it because, so we try to put it out there on Tuesday and Wednesdays to let people know, hey, what can we do? We have this. We're, fully stocked. If there's more product of this that you need, or if there's something that to help you keep from driving so far, and we can both benefit from it, let us know what we can do, because that's what being a part of the community is helping each other out.
Right.
I agree. Yeah, beautifully said. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So you want to go into our last segment, you think?
Yeah, just a little teeny tiny game, but a fun one.
We'll let Michael know what's going on here.
Sometimes we play games.
Sometimes we play games on the show. Yep. And this one in particular, because our conversation had to do with business and everything. If everything goes according to plan, our AI guest host Miles will give us the name of a slogan of a business, and then we'll try to guess, whose slogan that is.
So he reads the slogan.
He reads the slogan. We guess. So we'll get that fired up here. All right, Miles, let's play the slogan game.
Absolutely. Let's jump into it. So here's how we'll roll. I'll give you one slogan at a time. No commentary, no stage directions, just the slogan. And then you and Melanie can guess away. We'll keep it fresh each round. So here comes your first slogan. Just do it. All right. Have fun guessing.
All right, so now we can talk on mute. So just do it. I think we pretty much know that one. Yeah,
that's
Nike.
Right. Yes. So overly easy.
Right, that's overly easy. Yep. So
sometimes he's really.
I know. All right, Miles, that's Nike.
You got it. Nailed that first one right away. Definitely a classic from Nike. All right, I'll line up the next slogan whenever you're ready to keep rolling.
Go ahead. Let's go.
All right, let's keep it rolling then. Here's your next slogan. The ultimate driving machine. Go ahead and take your best guess.
Well, definitely harder. I'm not sure.
It's a car. It's not GMC. It's classier.
Dodge or Chrysler or something. I don't know.
I don't know why I pictured Nissan in my head.
I think it's ultimate driving machine.
Maybe because they have an Ultima. Isn't that a Nissan?
I'm thinking. I'm leaning toward like BMW.
Ah, okay.
Which is weird. I'm not going to explain why, but IBM was a business machine. So BMW, and I could be mixing this up, or it could be like they could have been my way of like storing this
for it just as much as anything.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Is it BMW?
Right on the money.
Oh,
yep.
wow.
That's BMW's famous slogan.
Okay.
You're 2 for 2. Oh. You got it. Here comes the next one. The slogan is "Think Different." All right, let's see if you can get this one too.
Think different. Shoot. Because their logo, there was a letter or something that was different too. Is that Nissan?
I'm feeling like this is in the tech industry. Shouldn't
Well,
we
I
know
know.
this?
Yeah, that's so.
I was thinking like Apple or.
Okay, no, that might be Apple actually. Yeah, because of the whole idea of like creativity, and they were going off of that.
Right.
All right, we'll say Apple.
Sure.
All right. Is it Apple?
Absolutely. You got it again.
Yay, good job, baby.
Good job.
I got the tech and you didn't.
Right? Yeah, Miles, you hear that? My wife said that she got it and I didn't.
I did hear that. Sounds like Melanie's on a roll today. Hey, a little friendly competition just makes the game more fun, right? Keep it up, you two.
All right, next one.
All right, let's roll right into the next one. Here's your next slogan. Have it your way.
Oh, well. That's Burger King.
Yeah,
Have it your way. Yeah, Burger King. Have it your way. The
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a restaurant, Burger King.
Right. All right, that's Burger King.
You got it again.
All right.
That's definitely Burger King's classic slogan. You're on a winning streak here. Just let me know when you're ready for the next one.
All right, let's go.
All right, next up it is. Here comes your next slogan. Melts in your mouth, not in your hands. All right, take a guess and let's see who gets this one.
M&M's.
Yeah, M&M's from the Mars Company, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a cool,
I think
cool
that's
thing.
been their slogan a long time.
It has.
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the? I know it's off topic, and everyone else can listen to our conversation right now because they have to. But the Food That Made America program on the History Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up. It's
very
incredible.
fascinating.
Like as an example, the reason why I brought it up is you see how Hershey's and Mars came together, and as a business move because of the M&Ms. I think it was in France that saw a coated candy, and he was, it was a proposition. So but they do so well with the casting and the history of it that you really feel like you're watching the entrepreneurs and like the development of stuff that, today we take for granted. Like we said, it's been a slogan for a long time, but it's like you watch it in the making. It's really cool. So anyway, and for anyone out
Highly
there,
recommend.
that's for you too.
The Food That Made America.
Yeah. All right, give us another one.
You didn't answer.
Oh, we never answered. I'm sorry. All right, we said that was M&M's.
And you were absolutely right. That is indeed M&M's. No worries at all. I'm just here to keep the slogans rolling and the fun going. Just let me know when you're ready for the next one.
All right, let's go.
Perfect. Let's keep it going. Here's your next slogan. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's, I'll let you and Melanie fill in the rest and guess the
Maybe
brand.
it's Maybelline.
Exactly. You got it. It's definitely Maybelline. You both are on a roll. Just let me know when you're up for the next one.
All right, let's do one more. Let's do a bonus round.
Absolutely. Let's do a bonus round to top it off. Here's your final slogan for the day. The happiest place on earth. All right, have fun guessing this last one.
The happiest place on earth.
Disneyland?
It's definitely not Walmart.
It's definitely not Walmart. Oh,
It'd have to be. It'd have to be.
Is it Disney?
Yeah,
Disney World,
I think it
Disneyland?
is Disneyland or
Disney
in general. We'll go with that, and then we'll stop on this one. So, all right, we're saying it is Disneyland or Disney World.
Absolutely spot on. Yeah, that's the famous Disney slogan. Whether it's Disneyland or Disney World, you've got it right. Great job, and that was a fun bonus round. Thanks for playing.
All right, thank you. Have a good one. All right, so that was fun.
Yeah.
And again, Michael, thank you so much for being on our podcast today.
It was a pleasure. It was an honor to be here, and I enjoyed this. This was good.
Yeah. So, just as a reminder to everyone, just try to support. You see a lot about support local. As the season is coming up for gifts and all that, just take a look out there, and before going online, I know it's convenient, but just drive around, go online, try to find who's nearby, and see.
And don't forget extra expense when it comes to shipping.
Oh yeah.
And extra expense when it comes to gas.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point.
When we talk about what is more expensive, always remember when you're shopping local, you're saving in shipping and in gas.
Well, I know if we go out of town.
Sometimes those little extra bits of savings, why not, go into your local shops.
Yeah.
And even if it's just a little bit more, you just saved by not going out of town.
Yeah, that's true. Because if you go down, say Richmond, Raleigh, or somewhere, you're going to spend at least $200 in gas, and by the time you're done shopping, you got to eat.
Right.
And you're going to have to go out to eat in the restaurant. And I mean, I ain't against eating. I get that.
And if you've got kids, you're eating more than once.
But here's what you can do. You can buy steaks or whatever from Michael, have them ready. Go around town, shop, come back home, and fix your own steak exactly how you want it, and it's cheaper.
Yeah, we have gift cards also.
Ooh, gift cards.
Yes. So
that's
if
awesome.
people want to call and order stuff, we'll have it cut for you when you get there to save time. And we have a lot of that in the summertime. We have customers that when they fly in or drive here, they will call us and place an order, and they don't have to wait. They know what they want. We have it cut, packed, wrapped, and ready.
That makes sense.
And it's all bagged and ready for them, and it's just a matter of paying, and they're out the door.
There you go, people. You didn't even have to wait.
Yeah.
I know, that's awesome.
So we're here for we're here to help people and make it convenient for everybody, and that's what it's about. So we want to provide the best customer service we can, the best products we can, and to make it convenient for everyone. So we're here. We don't really close for but Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right.
So I think it's only 2 days we've closed since I've owned the place, and it's probably only 2 days we'll close this year. It's Thanksgiving Day and Christmas.
Well, good.
So.
Well, again, thanks for having. Thanks for being on the show, and I think we're going to wrap things up here. And please follow us on your favorite platform that helps get this program out, and visit winternetweb.com. You can check out some of the merchandise we got that we've actually had a couple people come by that they didn't know we had. We haven't been pushing it a lot, but we haven't,
unfortunately.
We've been
talking
so
about
busy
marketing,
with,
sometimes we don't get a chance to market ourselves.
Yeah, that's true.
And we've just been busy,
but from what you've heard, a lot of people have said that these are gifts for people that they don't know what to get for. And
right, especially in the tech industry.
Exactly.
They're fun little pieces of jewelry.
Exactly, made out of circuit boards and stuff like that.
For male and female, we've got.
We got cufflinks too. And actually, we do make them so that they could be a fridge ornament. I'm thinking Christmas, a fridge magnet as well.
Right.
So that is an option as well. So, all right. Well, I think that's it for today. So unplugging for now.
But always stay connected.